Alright, hello everyone. So yesterday I couldn't do a video because Vimeo had a technical issue, so let's hope this one works. Now gold, okay, this is it. Now remember, with gold we had Monday, Tuesday, swing day, and I did say we should be going into then Friday, okay? And I did say on Thursday we should have a high, and if you're using your ATAM strategy, you would have had that price 68.51, which is 2,425, and the market did a high of 2,424.58, so we're not too far out, okay? And that's basically it. Okay, so now we're at the tops, and remember Friday now is a swing day, so if the market goes up and you want to sell, it's legit, okay? But I've got to give you a warning. On Monday, we might still retest the high. So if today they sell off, just be mindful, Monday we might do a surprise up move to sell again. All right. So just be careful that you're following that onwards. All right. So today, what can you do? If the market goes up a little bit, retraces up into that zone, this is the zone you need to mark it in. Remember, we're marking our zones, matching the swing day and the time accordingly. So if you now have to do technical analysis, you're in the game. All right, and that's the channel, that's the crisscross channel top plus supply meets a swing day. So if we tap back in there at a swing hour, selling is okay. Now selling is not okay here, all right, because that's a good buy. It's at 65.2409. So let's turn this into a 15-minute chart. You'll see that that's not the best place to be selling right now. Okay, if somebody was wanting to scalp, maybe they'll buy into it because of a swing hour. By the way, I posted everything on the website, the swing hours, so you could check them out. That's that. Now you could do this in the at lunchtime as well. Okay, so this was actually a nice hour. Okay, so a bit too early in the morning for us. It's not bad. And then we've got 7 o'clock. All right, so this is 7 o'clock. So if the market pops up and you want to sell at 7, maybe that might also work. But what I do prefer, what I do like is lunchtime as well. So we've got 7 to 7:30, right? 7 o'clock is not bad. Okay, 7:30 time period this, and then this lunchtime period is not bad. Now in the US session, we might have a sudden, like move, a big one as well at that, which might take us all the way into 11. Okay, that big move is a question mark. It may or may not happen. Okay, simply because it's already like in action. All right, so it's already like in action. All right, and that's basically it. So the closing price of yesterday, the high ends of yesterday, including a stop sweep, okay, are good at swing hours to kind of like push down if you want to do so. Now, like I said, I don't trade on Fridays, and Monday is still a day where we could have the retest of a high or push higher, do a stop sweep and sell off as well. So you got to look out for Monday. All right, and that's about it. So we've got room to push down into there. All right, so just extend your levels, just like we've learned in technical analysis, and just play the game. All right, go with your hours, go with your pricing, and you should be fine. All right, and that 2,409, like I said, is the daily goodbye kiss zone there. If the market breaks below, pulls up into there, that's also good to sell, to push down. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now remember, the euro dollar, we said Tuesday was a swing day. So if you utilize that day, or if you waited for Tuesday to happen, right, and then reversed up, because remember, this is what we were expecting, right, this up move here, and then the sell-off, okay, and there was also a gap here, small one. That is exactly what happened. Now on the weekly, remember I gave you the target, PST 57. I said this is possibly where we're going to 1.0893, and that's exactly what happened, and that's where the market sold off. Okay, 0893. The highest it did was 1.09. Okay, so we're pretty close. All right. Now from here, if you want to sell off, you can, and the first price is that 69, which is 1.0881. So 1.0881. I'll leave that there. 81 is about there. All right. So if we pop up into this zone, it's also legit. So this zone is still sellable if you want to trade into it. Now be mindful, it hasn't closed. Well, it pretty much has closed the gap. So I'm going to get rid of this line here. Okay. And this is basically the situation. All right. But we're in this triangle still, as you can see. Okay. So that's all fine. So there's only two things here the market can do. We're either going to go higher on the monthly, okay, or you can do an intraday trade, okay, pushing back. Now, like I said, remember Monday is still a tricky day, and Monday, the tricky day is also legitimate for this as well. Okay, so this is also okay. If the market hangs around here, Monday can also be a good day to kind of sell this off. Okay. Now SB 500. Now, when I posted on Sunday the swing days, I did say Thursday, Tuesday can be a big move day, and that's your Thursday, right? Now Tuesday was not a big move day, all right, but Tuesday was a breakout day, all right, because that's your Monday range. Okay, so Monday moved higher, and Tuesday we broke above the Monday, closed above it, so nothing big happened. But if you look at your chart here, that's your Tuesday, all right, market right on top of the channel. So market goes up, and I said don't stand in front of this. I said you got to let it go where it needs to go. And on the weekly we had that target there. On the LCL one, that was 5,710. If you're using your ATAM, you would have had this one here as well. Okay, that blue line there is 5661, I think. Okay, which is pretty much that blue line there. Yeah, 5656, 5661. So somewhere around there. Okay. 61 is there. So 5656 is around here. All right, so pretty much on the dot. And that was the Astro hour there. All right, the swing hour, market goes bang into it and then just boom. All right, now there was an hour here as well, but you would not have traded here because you have a huge breakdown going in. Okay, so if you did a U-turn, if you sold here or if you sold the highs, it would have been like okay, and you know everybody's got kind of like messed up in this business here. Today you can sell, I think, again on the daily pivot if it comes up there, and the daily pivot is going to be around here. Okay, so this is not a bad place to kind of push down. Now the market has not closed below the low of Wednesday. All right, so we're still, as you can see, right on the line there. Okay, which is also the PST goodbye kiss for yesterday. So if you sold, you would have probably gotten out from here, and if you wanted to buy at the swing hour yesterday, if you did that, that would have been right there. So the market made that low goodbye kiss, and this is your buying zone here. Market, as you can see, jumping up and stabilizing here. So there's still a bit of an opportunity to go up. There's a bit of a gap here, not a big one, and I'm not sure if they'll fill it in or not. Okay, but at the end of the day, what they've done here, look, on Thursday they go up and bring it down, and this was the high of Thursday. Okay, so the high of Thursday was broken, and then they went back in there and they trapped volume here. So all the buyers, breakout traders, went long, and then they got trapped. Now they're stuck. Okay, so this might not come back at all. What the market might do, might just do a bit of a sideways market here up into the daily and just push further down. So selling doesn't look like a bad idea to me at this moment. All right, obviously no selling here. We're right on spot on a smaller time frame. So on the weekly as well, if the market does decide to turn, we've got room to come back on the SP 500. Also with Dow Jones and Nasdaq, all right, I said don't stand in front of it. If you're going to buy, I said you can buy on any pullback. If it's a swing hour that matches your technical analysis, to push further up, because the next swing day was Friday. And I said this zone is important. Okay. And that's it. You know, we marked that zone in. This is a sell zone, sold heavy. So it's a place where you can sell off again. All right. If you take a look at the weekly, this is a breakout. Okay. We might want to wait for a better setup on this one, because on the monthly we've got room. On the weekly it's a breakout, and I always say don't stand in front of a breakout. Okay. Now, having said that, because this is a weekly, it's a long-term chart. So on the daily, the market does have room to retrace. So what you might want to do is wait for Monday. Then the setup might change if the market closes lower than Thursday and does not go higher than Thursday. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned, technically, this is a legitimate sell spot. It's just that we don't have a PST level for it. So, you know, your choice. Nasdaq. Same kind of thing here. Okay. Indices, like I said, Thursday can be a big day, and that's your big mama day. All right. Now, if you take a look at swing hours, once again, that's the market there, breaking above the high of Wednesday and quickly coming back in, trapping the volume there and screwing everybody over. And this is the zone I talked about. I said there's not much to do here until we get back down here, which is in that zone. All right. And that's your manipulation zone. So the market should push up to sell down again, and that's fine. Now look what happened there, right on the LCL1 line there. Okay, so if you sold right on that line, if you're using your ATAM, you got a really good advantage because you got a price. If you're going to do anything, you can do it on the price at the right time, and that's your PST power. And if I make this a little bigger and we go there, all right, you will see that is spot on, right on the line there, and just bang. All right, so really happy with that, as you can see. Now, we don't have a price on that because it's pretty high, okay? But if you're watching it, observing it, that's it. You know, all you got to do is just follow through. So here we are. If we break through, this is the support of the week, 72, 20,162, 20,162. Well, 62 is there, and we are pretty much spot on. If this again comes up into that daily pivot zone and it's a swing hour, if you want to sell, you can. There's a bit of a gap up there as well, but because this is a weekly, I think the market will probably pick up some support here. Okay, because the trend is still up. It's a weekly support. On the daily, it's a nice big fall, and it's right in your face. That's your demand zone, which caused the breakout. Okay, so today the market might go up a little bit on this one. Okay, and we can't really blame them. They'll also want to fill in the gap, which is going to be 2471, 20, 471. So around here somewhere. Okay, and that's the day gap too. So if the market comes into this zone, all right, there, that's your call. All right, Let's take a look at Bitcoin. If you want to buy into that as well at a swing hour from a weekly PST support, it's doable. Okay, it's doable. If you think it's too risky, you can obviously, what you can obviously do is just use a smaller lot size. Now with Bitcoin, guys, I've been telling you, you can sell the highs, impulse wave. Okay, that's your impulse wave, A, B, C, top of your flag, sell it off. And I also talked about this. Okay, all you got to do is follow through. So not much to talk about. I did say we've got room to come down, and if you take a look, that's going to be your 340. Yeah, that's your. We had 340 and 55 yesterday, so it's basically those bars, right? So if you just follow through, you should have been just fine, and no big deal there. All right, so that's that. What to do? Well, obviously you want to follow this down. So, you know, selling it is okay. We'll probably break this, but you've got to be careful with this. 33, 55, 875 is going to be your first support. Okay, so this is going to be your first support zone here. All right. So if the market goes up, selling down, I think is the better way to go. And we should go further down. As you know, I'm expecting the market to come down into the 50 zone. All right, so all the best. Have a good weekend.